Well, good afternoon, Mission Raceway here at the Titanium Strip. I don't get down here very much, but this is Keith the Chap Peterson coming to you from the tower. I used to do a lot of announcing back in the day, but now up here, I've been running around chasing Pro Mods around, but tonight, Pro Mods have already gone to bed. We had a good test and tune, had a few cars get down the track, few wheel stands already out there with the radial cars. We are looking forward to some qualifying. We've got 2 sessions here tonight with the West Coast Outlaw Shootout. If you're joining us on Lordco Auto Parts TV, welcome. Thanks for joining us online as well. If you're out in the pits and you want somebody to watch it, look it up on YouTube. Mission Raceway Live, and it should be able to lead you to it. We've got the first set of cars coming under the bridge. This is the last race of the season for the West Coast Outlaws. This is Outlaw 275 class coming up here first. All right, now out in the pits, if you're looking for the radio station, 92.7 FM. Again, 92.7. Tune in out there. Rick McLeod in the TCS lane out of Vernon, BC with the 1970 Dart. Larry Lampolsky out of Langley, BC, sponsored by JS Power Sports in the 81 Malibu. Also Diversified Metal and KR Auto Clinic, helping support Larry getting down the strip here. In test and tune, Rick had a huge power wheel. He came down hard. Definitely taking it easy on this one. Gets down, goes 465, 150. Pretty decent pull for Rick McLeod. Puts him into the number 1 spot already. Larry Yampolsky goes 534, 132. One of the heavy hitters in the class pulling under the bridge right now. The Boo. Dan Rodrigue, Ken's Specialty Automotive Tuned, Weststar Trailer, SD Performance, McGraw Metalworks, 81 Malibu, and Justin Gallant, after taking that car to Vegas last year in the limited class, had an unfortunate incident in his first test pass down there. Spun it around, did a bit of damage to it. As you can see, it's still a work in progress, but instead of just rebuilding it as a limited car, they said, let's go X racing. So they're an X275 now. They've been trying to tune on this thing for most of at least the second half of the year. Here at the Strip, the Titanium Strip, Mission Raceway. Outlaw 275, sponsored by MDA Fabrications. The point series going to be decided here this weekend. We're running 2 rounds of qualifying here tonight. Again, most of these guys probably weren't quite expecting the stick earlier today in the test and tune. A few of them struggled carrying the front end a little high. And although that's cool for us to see, Gallant a little bit squirrely there, but gets back in. It goes 469. 460 for Dan Rodrigue, 156. Rodrigue goes number 1. Gallant goes number 3. And boy, oh boy, we've been waiting a long time to see this back here at the Strip Mission Raceway. We've got the red and white and blue Stars and Stripes back here at Mission Raceway. The border opening up this weekend. Few more coming up tomorrow as soon as all the restrictions drop. So glad to see our neighbors from the south joining us back here at the Titanium Strip. Eric McCarthy out of Spokane in the SMC Race Cars Stang. Going to be going up against Tej Sangha from right here in Surrey. Bubble Racing and JMS Racing. The 88 Mustang. Instant tire spin for Sangha. McCarthy goes down, pedals it, and rolls through at a 529, 134, 703 for Sangha. He'll be looking to improve that later on tonight. So again, if you're just joining us, Keith the Chap Peterson up here having some fun tonight. Here at the Titanium Strip Mission Raceway, we're running round number 1 of qualifying in the MDA Fabrications Outlaw 275 class. Parm Jawanda out of Surrey with the Pat Hearn Construction RPK tiles. Little Fox Body Mustang. And over in the Lordco lane, Brett Morgan. The D&S Quick Trench 66 Mustang, sponsored by Commercial Powertrain. Couple of different eras. The good old steel bodies. Well, I guess both are steel bodies, but the classic 60s muscle car going up against the, I'd like to call them a newer body style, but I keep thinking I'm not as old as I am. The Fox Body Mustang stopped being made like 30 years ago. Both turbo cars a little sluggish off the line. Goes through 515 and 521. Trevor Mulder. I've been watching this build on social media for a while now. A few years ago, he brought it out for the first time when we were in Rimbey. At least the first time I saw it when we were in Rimbey. He was making some pretty big gains on it. Mulder, sponsored by Motion Performance and Horsepower Solutions. Also sending a big shout out to the girlfriend in that 90 Ford. Out of Alberta, another one of us Flatlanders. Crew member had the foot in the beam. Whoa, big wheelie out of Mulder. Brings it down just past the 100-foot mark. Keeps it off the wall.
Yeah, so I talked to Steve earlier. That's what time do you go? It's 7:30.
Next pair up, coming into the water box, another couple of Albertans here. Chris Gould went from the 10.5 Camaro into the X275 4th Gen Mustang, CT Automotive and Diesel out of Spruce Grove, Alberta. And Max Nielsen the West Coast Pro Mods, we brought on CPI for a sponsor this year. CPI on the side of Gould's car as well. A lot of these guys not getting after it real early, but a nice 464 out of Chris Gould. These guys are trying to keep that front end down in this first qualifier. Gould moves all the way up to the number 2 spot with that 464. Top mile an hour so far at 159. Coming up into the burnout box now in the Lordco lane, one of my favorite drivers, Jason Gagnon in Angle Plug. Sponsored by Gen 3 Speed and JS Motorsports, the 70 Yanko Nova. Going to be going up against Chris Houston out of Lethbridge, Alberta. HPS RPM, Kindick, and T&N BSI. It's got the LS in it, I think. But I also know that this is another project that's been going on for a while. Little Merm has been getting some retrofitting done, so not sure if all the updates have been done on the program, but both cars are going to be seeing if they can take that number 1 spot away from the Boo. Mission Raceway track staff really putting the glue down and getting some stick out there. Like I say earlier today in the test and tune, a lot of these guys carrying the front end out a lot further than they wanted to, so they're all trying to keep that front end down here this evening. Gagnon gets out there and then lifts, goes 5:03. Same thing with Houston. 5:21. So somebody saw something come off one of those cars. We're going to shut everything down for a second, go down, pick something up. That definitely looks like something, a parachute bag maybe. So we've got our top 4 with respectable times in our X275 group. Dan Rodriguez sitting at the 460. We know that car can dip well into the 50s. Chris Gould with a nice pass of 641 at 159. Got top mile an hour so far. Rick McLeod's 465 at 150. And Justin Gallant goes 469. And I'm not really sure we've seen peak performance out of many of these X275 cars yet tonight. We've got another session coming around here in a little bit. The MDA Fabrications Outlaw 275 will be back for qualifier number 2 in a little bit. We also have the West Coast Outlaws Limited Street Class coming around the corner very shortly. Here's a couple of front runners. Expecting big things from these guys this weekend. I don't have a points sheet up in front of me. I'll try to have that for the qualifier number 2, where we can kind of update everybody on what's going on there. But I know that the Camaro over here in the TCS lane is definitely right up there, high side of the points. And, you know, I was watching the NHRA Divisional here and listening to Stevie Wong up in the tower, and there were so many compliments about the tower staff here. I come walking up here tonight, and there's one tower staff person sitting in here trying to do it all, and it's Miss Shelby. And man, oh man, that girl works around this place. It wouldn't have happened anywhere like this season could have gone without her. And what does she do as soon as I bring up the points list? Boom, I got a points list sitting right in front of me. Jason Gagnon sitting in what looks to be the number 6 spot. Trying to figure out, oh, there's the top 5. So yes, Jordan Brandon in the number 1 spot with 140 points. Dan Rodriguez, current number 1 qualifier, number 2. Jordan Lazick, number 3. And Kurt Thompson, number 4. You know, and I saw Jordan Lazick's car here, and I saw Jordan here, but I just got told that we're done with 275. So I'm not sure if, like, are we going to see that car out here tonight, maybe? Jordan's down on the starting line with 2 of the gens of Gen 3. If these guys keep the front end down on the ground, John Cuglietta as well out of Edmonton. North Logistics and HPS. Brandon with Side Money, 2000 Camaro. Both cars running a little soft. 470 for Brandon, 468 for Cuglietta. That'll put Cuglietta into the number 4 spot and Brandon into the number 6 spot. Both of them go to the top of the mile an hour charts at 161 and 160 respectively. So that'll do it for the MDA Fabrication Outlaw 275 class. Moving now into West Coast Outlaws Limited Street class. And again, I don't even have to say a word. And Shelby's got the limited street points sitting right in front of me. Vanessa Richards going to be in the number 1 spot right now by quite a large margin. I'm wondering if she can even be caught this weekend. Chris McGraw, a little 5-liter flipper, they call it. Hopefully it doesn't flip over. Dennis Drummond out of Crossfield, Alberta. True North Turbos and Legacy Auto Group in the 03 Cobra. Drummond, tire spin and then pedals it, goes down 599, 133, 550 for McGraw. Jay Graw in the 81 Z28 in the TCS lane. Central Valley Insurance. Maskell's Collision and McGraw Metalworks. Marco Ozio. I'm probably going to butcher a few names up here tonight. Out of Pitt Meadows. Applewood Performance Center. 2003 Cobra. Wheels up action from Graw. 565 out of the Cobra Mustang. 588 for the 81 Camaro. Up under the tower now is just talking about Vanessa Richard, points leader, quite possibly uncatchable points leader. Out of Kelowna, BC, the Hawaii 5.0 89 Mustang. Precision Concepts, Titanium, Fastlane Nitrous, Lordco, Kelowna Chevrolet, and Norval Rentals, all supporting Miss Vanessa Richards. Gonna be going up against, for Q1, is Miguel Forinito? Somebody's gonna correct me on that, I know. Precision Racing Engines in that 86 Mustang. Vanessa Richards purging that nitrous down. Getting it right where she needs it. Richards goes 541, 569. Richards goes to the top with 541. All right, we're just about to finish off Limited Street here at the Titanium Strip, qualifier number 1. Looking forward to qualifier number 2 coming up a little later tonight. We're going to just kind of take it easy for a little bit after this and just keep an eye on the Lordco TV on YouTube for qualifier number 2. I'm going to get my big buddy Kevin Ness to shoot me up a text or something, tell me what time it is so I can let people on YouTube know what time we're running Q2. We also have the West Coast Door Slammers out here this weekend. Going to be having a bit of a gambler's race. Justin Gibson over here in the TCS lane, and Rob Monroe Jr. Surrey. Monroe, sponsored by SD Performance. Gibson Racing Transmissions, Horizon Paint and Auto. And yes, this is the last pair of Limited Street, but just stay on the feed. We have a little treat for you after this. Got Captain Caveman, Dave Kowalski, going to be taking a test and tune hit. couple big wheel stands out of those cars, but still in the throttle. Both of them 562 for Gibson, but a slowed 8.30 for Monroe. Gibson goes 3 behind Vanessa Richards at a 541 and Chris McGraw at a 550. And all those limited street cars will be coming around for Q2 later on tonight with the West Coast Outlaw Shootout here at the Titanium Strip Mission Raceway. This will give me a little chance to chat a little bit about the West Coast Pro Mods. We're going to be here this weekend. We got 8 cars here on the property. We're looking forward to our final points race of the season. Daco Ventures has been a big part of the West Coast Pro Modifieds since we rebranded it back in 2019. And Dave Kowalski driving this beautiful Rick Jones Corvette. Roots blown. Sonny's big block. We call him the Caveman, Captain Caveman. And here at the Titanium Strip this weekend, we also have the Captain Caveman Cafe. So if you're joining us at Mission Raceway this weekend, stop by the Captain Caveman Cafe, just past the pit side grandstands, stop in and say hi to the West Coast Pro Mod crew, me, Keith Chap Peterson, and Junior Chaps here. We got Lauren Sandsgren with L Sands Photos selling some calendars, some West Coast Pro Mod calendars. We got T-shirts and everything, trying to clear them out at the end of the year. And life comes to that Pro Modified Corvette. Matt Daum spraying the fuel down the hat. Kowalski, this will be his, I believe, 3rd test pass for tonight, or today. First one was pretty good, clicked it off about 400 feet, went 415. Second one, things were starting to move around on him a little bit, so he clicked it off about 300 feet. Kowalski looking to make probably a full pull here. We may even see him again later on tonight, so... I can't figure out where Tracy is. Isn't Tracy supposed to be the one backing him up? Matt, Tracy looks way better out in front of that car. You're the one supposed to be behind it. That's Dave's dad up there, guiding him into the stage beams. .980 in the 60-foot. Kowalski goes 405, 179. He'll definitely be looking to put a little more power down late in the run later tonight or tomorrow. Oh, and you know how I said I wasn't going to, or we were going to take a break? Kowalski goes down the track, and now we get told there is some nitro heading around the corner. Top Fuel Harley. 4 tires, 2 bikes. Well, actually, if you count the wheelie bars, there's four wheels on each bike. Most of these bikes spend most of their time on 3 wheels. And if you don't quite understand what that means, it means they're spending most of their time on the back tire and the wheelie bars the entire way down the quarter mile. On a real good pull, they'll still have the front tires up past the 8th mile. I'm not sure if these guys will be going down side-by-side pair or if these guys will be running 2 singles, but Top Fuel Nitro Harley coming around the corner. here at the Titanium Strip on Friday night at the West Coast Outlaw Shootout. You know, about a week ago, I thought this place was going to be a lake based on what the weatherman was saying, but as usual, the weatherman gets paid to be wrong, and it is still 20 degrees, over 20 degrees here at 5:30 at night, which, you know, me coming from northern Alberta down here, if we saw 20 degrees in the end of September, beginning of October, we'd call that a heat wave. We're already getting frost up in Grand Prairie. The weather's looking very good for the couple more days that we're going to be here. Lots of racing going on. West Coast Pro Mods will be qualifying tomorrow with 3 or 4 hits, depending on how time permits. X275 continuing qualifying and possibly doing eliminations as well. I'm not too sure exactly what the run schedule is supposed to be tomorrow. I'm sure that one of those could probably get slapped in front of me right away as well. Oh, maybe this is one. Looks like this is one right here. Oh yeah. As usual, Shelby is completely organized. Starting at 11 o'clock tomorrow, we're gonna have no electronics, and then moving in to our qualifier number 3 of Outlaw 275, nice and early in the morning, before noon, on Saturday morning here at the Titanium Strip. So come on out. So, yeah, just so everybody's aware, originally the scheduled start time for tomorrow was going to be 10 a.m. It is now pushed to 11 a.m. So it's like going, getting daylight savings time, one of the two, get an extra hour of sleep. Not me. I'll be here nice and early. The chap comes down here. Pro Mod gets Q1 at 12:30. West Coast Pro Mods will be up here. We've got Gary Urlacher on location with the Urlacher Motorsports. Huge 959, beautiful Corvette here as well. He had struggled with tire shake earlier this year at Pacific Raceway. He's got the rear end back together, all fixed up, and everything's good to go on that hot rod. Guys like Rick Barnhart are here. Ken Sahota on 10.5s is going to run with us. Even have rumors of one of our southern friends joining us tomorrow morning, sometime after 12 midnight. Harley's getting their starters hooked up. Both riders wearing their flak jackets. But a full day of racing here at the Titanium Strip Mission Raceway tomorrow, starting at 11 a.m., going all the way through the final rotation, starting hopefully around 6:30 at night with Pro Mod, Top Fuel Harley, Top Fuel Bike, Electronic, Outlaw 275 eliminations. Looks like we are running the full program for the radials tomorrow. So I know that if you're looking forward to seeing some radial racing here this weekend, tomorrow's the day to be here. If you're looking to watch online, tomorrow's the day to tune in for the radio cars. West Coast Pro Mods will be qualifying tomorrow and eliminating on Sunday. Side-by-side burnouts. This is going to be a pretty sweet-looking match race. Saw over 200 miles an hour in a test and tune pass earlier today. Nate Gagnon. Jim Schellenberg. Gagnon, the 2012 World Champion, 2013 Canadian Champion. Out here working out some bugs in a brand new motor. Out around 8th mile, Jim Schellenberg has to get out of the throttle. It was moving towards the center line. Went 465 at 139 miles an hour, had already lifted. Nate Gagnon, something going a little bit soft, just past 100 feet. He lifts and gets out of it and coasts it on down. Looks like Schellenberg got on one of the pegs there. Had to wisely let out of the throttle. All right, so now that most of our noisy cars are off the track, if you're here on the grounds, again, if you're looking to hear on the radio station this weekend, all weekend, will be 92.7 FM. We'll be coming back with another qualifier in a little bit here for X275, sponsored by MDA Fabrications and Limited Street. We've got a contingency sponsor this weekend of Gibson Transmission as well. Want to send a huge shout out to them. All the other sponsors here at the Titanium Strip, like TCS and Lordco and Mopac, just can't mention all of them, mainly because I don't know all of them. But I know there's a lot that goes into this place running. Thank you to everybody. I've had a lot of fun up here. I will try to make it back up for qualifier number 2. Thanks for chatting with the chat. So I just been given word our goal is 6:15, so that gives everybody a half-hour warning to be in the staging lanes. Half-hour warning to be in the staging lanes. Our goal is to be turning tires at 6:15.
Attention in the pits, attention in the pits. We are now calling 275 and Limited Street back to the lanes for their second and final qualifier of the evening. We are calling Outlaw 275 to lanes 1 and 2, 275 to lanes 1 and 2, and Limited Street to lanes 3 and 4. Limited Street to lanes 3 and 4, Outlaw 275 to 1 and 2. Thank you.
right. Keith Chap Peterson just ran back up here. Anybody got some oxygen for me? Maybe a little nitrous or whatever. So, Q2 of X275 just gone down the track. That was Eric McCarthy and Max Nielsen. Coming into the barrel box now, Justin Gallant. And Trevor Mulder. Mulder had quite the little wheel stand going in Q1. If they got that settled down, that car can definitely do some running. Mulder ended up all the way down at a 580 at only 84 miles an hour. The number 14 spot, looking to make a big move. Gallant in the number 5 spot with a 469, and he as well looked like he was just taking it nice and easy on that first 100 feet out there with that turbo Mustang of his. Diversified Metalworks, tuned by Duda, Super Steve's Tire, BDL Automotive, and CDS Converter for Justin Gallant. Little Bruiser. Mulder having issues getting into the beams. And gets the 330 block, doesn't even get a time. Gallant goes through 472, 141. Don't think he was on the throttle all the way out. You can see on the live feed there. So it was a little bit of a delay here. Maybe I can catch my breath from having to run back up here. Imagine that. Anybody who knows me, Chap got chatting with my good buddy Gary Urlacher with Urlacher Motorsports, talking about what we're going to be doing with that beautiful Jerry Bickle Corvette. If you're on the property this weekend, make sure you stop by. Check out that beautiful airbrushed paint job. Every skull on that car inside the flames is airbrushed. That entire car. It's all airbrushing, not a wrap. So that was second pair down in our X275 class, sponsored by MDA Fabrications. Thanks for joining us here at the Titanium Strip, whether you're here on the property or whether you are joining us on YouTube, the Lordco TV, here at the West Coast Outlaw Shootout, day number 1. Running 2 qualifiers for the X275 group tonight. Tomorrow, a run schedule change to 11 a.m. There is a small bracket program going on, and also going to be some bikes, some door slammer action. Attention on the starting line. Attention on the starting line. We need some of these carts and stuff moved, especially the ones near the back. Unless you have a car on the starting line, you shouldn't have your carts up here. We need to get the tractors out, guys. If you want to get racing tonight, we need those cars moved right away, please. Not sure who's in the Kia there, but it needs to move now, or the tractor's going to move it for you. So again, we thank you very much for your cooperation. When it comes time to run tomorrow, we will ask that the tow vehicles stay with their cars until they are coming around the corner, just so we're not cluttering up the starting line area if those vehicles, the tractors and such, need to move quickly. So again, just to let everybody know, with all this equipment that's got to move around, we cannot have that kind of crowd on the starting line. We need it moved. Going to continue on with round number 2 of qualifying. For the MDA Fabrications Outlaw 275 group. Larry Yampolsky. The 81 Malibu, sponsored by JS Power Sports Diversified Metal and KR Auto Clinic. Tej Sanga in the 5-liter over in the Lordco lane. The Bubble Racing JMS 88 Mustang. Sanga goes through 538, 129, 576 for Yampolsky. They stay in the 13th and 14th position. Coming up on the line now. The little 66 Mustang here. Harm Jawanda in the 91 Mustang 5.4 liter turbo, sponsored by Pat Hearn Construction and RPK Tiles. Brett Morgan, DNS Quick Trench 66 Mustang. Jawanda goes through at a 483, 513 for Morgan. Jawanda moves up into the number 7 spot. If you've been around the radial scene in the Northwest, or pretty well anywhere in North America, you have definitely seen this car a time or two. This is what we call the radial flyer. This is Jordan Lazic. The Gen 3 speed rad torque JS power. Lazic still in the points hunt. Little bit of in and out of the throttle, goes 494, 144. Hang on a sec. So it came up as Jordan Lazic, but I see him standing there on the starting line. So who was that? Was that Jace Everson in there? So we're going to have to figure out who that was and change the number. Number 1 qualifier pulling into the burnout box in the Lordco lane. Dan Rodrigue qualified at a 460 in Q1. Jason Gagnon in the angle plug Nova. Sponsored by Gen 3 Speed and JS Motorsports, Ken's Specialty Automotive. Always having a good time out here with Ken Sahota and the entire Specialty Automotive Team, Wellstar Trailer, SD Performance, and McGraw Metalworks helping out on that team. Number 1 qualifier looking to be breaking into the 50s here tonight. Starting to cool off. The track is sticky and warm. So Dan Rodrigue goes down on the 467. Does not improve. John Cuglietta in the TCS lane. The 04 Mustang 427 LSX. North Logistics HPS from Edmonton, Alberta. Rick McLeod out of Vernon, BC in the 70 Dart. Cuglietta building the boost. McLeod goes through 469, 151. Cuglietta has to get out of the throttle about 500-600 feet. Starts spinning the tire. And has to get out of the throttle. On the line now for a single, Chris Houston out of Lethbridge, Alberta, the HPS RPM Kindick TNN BSI LS Fox Body Mustang. I think I got all that right. Call this car the Little Mermaid. Goes down 508, 143. Definitely be looking at moving up the the ladder tomorrow. That puts Houston in the number 10 spot. And after some investigation, that radio flyer pass was Jay Severson out of JS Power Sports in that car. Just for those of you who are wondering, I did see Lazik's car here. I'm wondering if maybe we'll see him out for a qualifier tomorrow. Tony Sousa. .648.108 for his first pass down the racetrack. Ends up as the number 17 qualifier outside the field. This will be a 16-car qualified field. Moving now into the West Coast Outlaws Limited Street category. One of these days, somebody's going to tell me what the difference of these two classes are. They sure look the same. Maybe it's something I'll learn this weekend. All right, so on the line now, Dennis Drummond out of Crossfield, Alberta in the TCS lane. Miguel Forinito. Again, somebody please come up and tell me if I'm butchering that one. Precision Racing Engines and True North Turbos sponsoring each of these cars. Oh, a big bump out of the Drummond Mustang. Drummond goes 543, 559. For the Fox body, the Cobra Mustang goes through at a 543, moving into the number 2 spot. So Drummond moves way up the ladder, all the way to the number 2 spot. You're in the TCS lane, Marco Ossio and Jay Graw. Jay Graw in the 81 Camaro, Z28. Central Valley Insurance, Maskell's Collision and McGraw Metalworks sponsored the Cobra Mustang, sponsored by Applewood Performance Center, TNT Turbos. Both these cars qualified on the bottom side of the ladder, looking to move up. Nice wheels up action over in the Lordco lane. Goes down end of the 8th mile, 5.90 seconds, 564, 124. An improvement, but not enough to get to the top half of the ladder. Got to break into the 50s to get on the high side of this ladder. Monroe Jr. and Chris McGraw on the line now. Little Fox Body Mustang getting out on Monroe. 5:45 and 6:17. So McGraw still in the number 3 position. Coming into the burnout box now. In the left lane. Looks like Matt Blake. Justin Gibson over in the right lane. The Lordco lane, TCS lane. Watch this thing leave. Everybody looks, oh my gosh, why is there a Jeep on the starting line? A 1994 Jeep. Well, in a second you'll find out. Might not be the fastest limited street car out here, but one of the coolest. I've never seen a Jeep, Cherokee, I should say, because I've seen some CJs do some pretty fun stuff, but I've never seen a Cherokee do this. And whoa, both cars carrying the wheels out. Little squirrely from the Cherokee. Gibson goes through 5:31. Wow, Gibson goes to the top. Like, to the top by over a tenth. Richards comes around the corner, point leader. Qualified number 1 at 5:41. And there's rumblings about a record in limited street set there by Gibson. I don't know if that ET record, identical mile an hour for Justin Gibson and Vanessa Richards, but a tenth quicker. And I'm hearing on the radio that very well could be a Mission Raceway record for limited street in the West Coast Outlaws series here tonight. Friday night at the West Coast Outlaw Shootout here at the Titanium Strip Mission Raceway. Vanessa Richards, the Hawaii 5.0, Precision Concepts, Titanium, Fast Lane Nitrous, Lordco, Kelowna Chevrolet, and Norval Rentals. Just saw that 31 on the board. I don't know what kind of tune that Jordy Lazick has put in this thing, but let's see if we can see a 20 tonight. What do you think, Jordy? 29 out of Vanessa Richards? Little bit of wheels up for Vanessa. She's hauling down there with that nitrous on. Doesn't quite get there. Does improve, but still in the number 2 spot at a 5:36, 129 miles an hour. And that sounds like that is it, everybody. We are all done here for day number 1 at the Titanium Strip at the West Coast Outlaw Shootout. Top qualifiers so far in limited 275, Justin Gibson, Vanessa Richards, and Dennis Drummond. And stay tuned on social media for the updated Outlaw 275 qualifying lists. Thanks for joining us here at Mission Raceway. We'll see you tomorrow here at the Titanium Strip. And again, Keith the Chap Peterson, thanks for chatting with the Chap, guys.